I feel the Lord putting on my heart to share these dreams. I've had 3 dreams in the past year. I'll share with you 2 of them. The first dream I had, I was deployed to Qatar this past year. And the first dream I had, we all were raptured, and you could feel yourself leaving the earth. And when I say it was more real than reality, that's what it felt like. A euphoric bliss that you can't wrap your head around, you can't comprehend, you can't understand, you can't even fathom. We were lifted up to heaven, and you could feel yourself leaving the earth, and the overwhelming joy and euphoria was unlike anything I've ever experienced in my whole life. Like, it was so real, I actually believed in that moment that this was it, this was the real deal. But this is like how real the dream was. When we got there to heaven, we were all waiting, because we understood when we got there that time moves differently in heaven. Heaven, the time moves slower. And I mean, it moves slower in heaven than it does on earth. So a few seconds in heaven is several years on earth. And we were waiting for the tribulation to finish. Basically, we were just in a little, like a waiting area. There was a couple people there I recognized, I knew. I grew up with them. Those were the only 2 people I recognized, but there was lots more people there. We were different. People who had a deeper relationship with Christ, they had like a richer tone or a hue to their skin. And people with a not so rich but still had a relationship with Christ, their hue or their tone was slightly lighter or more opaque. And we all knew where we were. We all knew we were waiting, and we all knew that what was coming next. And everyone was a complete peace, because we knew we were safe, we were protected, and everything was going to be okay. And I knew I could have done more with my life, and I knew I could have been more. And that made me realize when I woke up that maybe we should spend our time more wisely here on earth. Big picture. The second dream I had was shortly after that. I was in my hometown, and I was in a hospital room, and there was a friend of mine who just had 2 babies, and someone handed me a child, and I looked down for a couple seconds, and I handed the child back to the family, and I heard an angel. It sounded like an angel's voice, almost like an angelic, like a bell tone. It was like a child, very high pitch, almost like a bell, but it was like a town crier, and they were making like a declaration, and the declaration was, "The rapture is near, the rapture is near, the rapture is near." The angel's voice, I never saw the individual, I just heard it. They said it 3 times, "The rapture is near, the rapture is near, the rapture is near." I haven't really shared these with that many people, but I've had 3 consecutive dreams. Those are the 2 I'm going to speak about, or talk about. just wanted to, I guess, finally share these. I do believe we are in the last days, speaking from a eschatology perspective, and I do believe the time is close. I know that there's not a lot of time left, and I figured maybe if I made a video about this could impact other people. But those were the two dreams I had. I just kind of wanted to share them. That's all I had.